words there.
Yeah, you never know what you'll find. Putting a face on the issue of homelessness.
Galen Culver shows us one artist's unique mission.
His journey started in the homeless camps of Oklahoma City. Its ending for now rests in this small exhibit in the Boathouse District. I'm Galen Culver. On the next Great State, how volunteering to help our homeless population led Jason Stover in a new artistic direction. Portraits of Friends, next on Oklahoma's News 4.
Is This a Great State or What? Is sponsored by Weoki Federal Credit Union, celebrating 50 years of serving you and your family.
Well, you can see their camps along Oklahoma City's new boulevard, and they hold signs at most of the metro's busiest intersections.
Our homeless population, just like the rest of the country's, poses a tough issue to tackle. But this evening, Galen Culver has the story of a local college groundskeeper who decided to try by putting a face to it.
This is Mike. Some of the people on the street call him old school. He's an ex-con who worked construction jobs for a while, but who's been camping out now for 17 years. This guy's name is Dante. Friends on the street know him as Tiny, a former PC Pirate football player once recruited to play in college, but unable to get past his abusive upbringing. He's homeless now for the past 7 months.
For these folks, you know, a little bit of kindness and compassion goes a long ways.
In the past year or so, walking the darker, lesser traveled parts of Oklahoma City, Jason Stover met and got to know these people, the intractable, the hard to help, the homeless, living among us.
They started out as acquaintances, but honestly, over time, a lot of them have become my friends.
I just don't have the money to go back and start.
Stover shows up at this intersection just off Reno Avenue once a week for a service called Church Under the Bridge. He volunteers at another spot for a program called Hot Dogs for Homeless. Over time, over many conversations with people like Tommy Gant, who spent most of his past year living out of a car, he also formed relationships that changed the way he feels about what each of them has gone through.
You know, I'm getting up every day, and I'm still struggling, but I'm going to I know something's got to break. There's going to be a door open.
I mean, there's just so many heartbreaking stories, and the more people I talk to, the more of a burden that I have for it.
As an amateur photographer, he gained enough trust to take portraits of the people he met. He learned their stories and put them together in an exhibit called Imago Dei, Latin for in the image of God.
The driving force behind that is that we're all, for me, I believe that we're all created in the image of God, and so every one of us has inherent value and dignity and worth.
For Jason, being able to put a face to a problem made it easier for him to keep coming out to help. He's hoping this small exhibit will do the same for anybody else who truly looks at it like he did. In Oklahoma City, Galen Culver, News 4. Is this a great state or what?
Thank you, Galen. Jason Stover has a regular job as an arborist at the University of Central Oklahoma in Edmond. His portrait exhibit opens officially Saturday at the Chesapeake Boathouse.
Beautiful pictures and true compassion
Yeah,
there.
absolutely.
Well, hopefully you enjoyed this week's warmer version of winter. I did.